Hello, everyone. I'm Steve from Valhartv, and today I'll be reviewing Dune 2021. So this movie just came out today, and we had an older version of this from 1984. So there was an original movie. This does pay some homage to that movie with a few of the scenes that we get to see. But the plot of this movie revolves around multiple things, but it revolves around three families: the Atreides, Harkonnens, and the Emperor of the Known Universe's family. So we have these three houses playing politics against each other. And we end up seeing that the Harkonnens have been on Arrakis or Dune for 80 years, and they've made vast amount of fortunes off of this substance called spice. Now, we see that they get removed, and the House of Atreides has to go take over, and they have to get spice production back on track and things like that. So when they go there, we end up meeting Paul Atreides and his father and mother, and Paul Atreides is the other plot essential to this. He was born to a Bene Gesserit mother who trained him in their ways. So, this is kind of not allowed. The Bene Gesserit are a pseudo-religious organization of all women. They're like spies, nuns, scientists, theologians who've used genetic manipulation and experimentation, along with galactic political interference and things like that, to further their own agenda. They've planted a story about a messiah, basically, and that's the other part of this movie. So Paul Atreides, he's the son of the Duke, and when they go to the planet, this is when everything really starts to kick off, especially because this really gets to be his story. But the political story of this revolves around the spice. Now, spice is used by the guild, and they use it for interstellar travel and like other things. It expands your consciousness so you can see more, like you have visions, things like that. And it gives you powers, too, as you see throughout the book and everything. So I thought that was really kind of cool. Now, is this movie woke? It's really not. Because of all the political intrigue this has, the betrayals, backstabbings, it really doesn't have time to be woke. Now, this also has an all-star cast. Timothy Chalamet, I probably butchered that name, and I do apologize, plays a fantastic Paul Atreides. Honestly, I really liked it. Now, Rebecca Ferguson plays Lady Jessica. She plays his mother. You have Oscar Isaac, who plays Duke Leto. You have Stellan Skarsgård, who plays Baron Harkonnen. You got Jason Momoa, who plays Duncan. You got Josh Brolin, who plays Gurney. I mean, you have all these actors that are huge, playing all these iconic parts, which was absolutely amazing in this. We get some really beautiful shots as well, for like the effects. Like the effects in this were fantastic. It was beautifully edited. The planets that we get to see were amazingly done. I mean, the sets and everything that they did for this were absolutely beautiful. Absolutely loved the effects, the settings, everything of it. It's what I'm trying to say. But this movie, has a lot in it as well. We get to see that there are spies all over the place, and they're trying to take the House of Atreides down. And then we get some really good battle scenes. We get to see several worms, which I thought were amazing looking. Like, this whole thing was beautifully done. The score for this was, I thought, was pretty good. Honestly, I didn't really pay attention to a lot of it at times, but when I did get to hear it, it kind of immersed you into like the battles, all this other stuff that they were trying to go for. So I really like that. And the acting, I had no issues with any of the acting at all. I thought everybody, even Timothy, did a fantastic job at the roles they played. Like, this was a really well done movie, like a really well written script, everything. Like, this whole thing was fantastic. This movie has like everything, and this is only part one. So if this gets enough in the box office, they'll do part two. And I honestly would love to see part two of this, because this movie covers a third to a half of the book, I believe. I haven't actually read the entire book. Like, I tried to read it, but then I tried to go to the audiobook, and because it's so well written and it has so much stuff in it, it's really hard to get through. Like, for me anyways. I know there's people who've read it and they've absolutely loved it. I have a brother who's read it and he loved it. That's why he's actually never even seen the original movie. And the original 1984 movie, I personally like. I think it's a really good movie, but it is a train wreck. It was a longer movie that they shot, like, I think it was like 4.5 hours. And then the studio was like, nobody's going to watch a 4.5 hour movie in the theater in 1984, so you need to cut it down to like 2.5 hours. So the editing was really choppy in it. And it was basically a abridged version of the book, of what they were trying to do. So a lot of people say it's a train wreck. I kind of think from that standpoint it is, but I also think it's actually a really good movie. And what they did with it was good at the time, The graphics for it, yes, the effects were basically kind of like the, Flash Gordon stuff, but they did what they could with it, and I get what they were trying to go for. But this movie does it beautifully. Like, this is a fantastic, version of this movie. So I really enjoyed it. I'm going to go see it again. I would honestly give this at least 8.5, 9 out of 10 easily for me. I would recommend going to the movies to see this. I'm going to go see it again. I not a doubt in my mind am I going to go see this again. This was a fantastic movie. If you guys like what I do, please hit the like button and also subscribe, as I'll be doing more content. And leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Take care for now, everyone.